And with that, we're back.
Yeah, rock on and stuff.
Oh, that was so hard to keep quiet that
rock
whole time.
Off, mate.
The only issue I've got with that is it's almost a little bit long.
I mean, that's fine in post. Next time we'll cut down just to the chorus, but I feel like we've gotten to a point now where we can't excel. We've peaked now. We've finally peaked.
Oh no!
And we're back down to ground zero. Just as a thought.
I didn't really have a plan for this episode, Jackson, so I hope you had a plan because
that's fine.
I've been busy.
No way!
I've been busy working hard.
Working hard
hard worker.
To make the living.
Getting hard while working.
Just hard. Troy, you just been
hard.
You've been real hard.
It's been so nice to get my parental leave, start my parental leave right before the baby's born.
I just want to start with an apology about the last episode for the first 10 minutes. I forgot to change the microphone settings, and it's good now. So, but yes, I've been not as busy, but I had a nice early day yesterday. So
you don't complain. You didn't even work today.
Yeah, I know. But yesterday
can't
I
believe
worked.
This guy taking off a day of work just so he can spend time with his mother.
Yes.
To shreds, you say?
Still don't know what the meaning of that thing is, but sure.
It literally has no meaning. Have you seen the episode?
No.
Of Futurama? He's just on the phone. He's on the phone, like, talking to someone, and it's just, they're having random conversation. He's like, what? To shreds, you say?
Oh, to shreds, you say. All right. Yes, welcome back to another smashing, exciting, unique perspective of an episode.
And it's gone!
Yeah, there it went. That's it. Thanks for listening, folks. See you next week. No.
That's it. That's right.
Again, I've gone through another phase of listening to old episodes again this week.
So, have you re-listened to our episodes? Is that what you've been doing?
A few more of them, yeah. There was one particular where, at the start, where we had our cold opening, where you were like, oh no, I'll change my setting last second to make sure that this is probably the better setting. But the setting you already had it on was the best setting, so then when you changed it, it sounded shit.
Good times.
So, but from now, we've come a long way, and we sound like we're using microphones that are professional.
Yeah, I mean, listen to this.
It's not a microphone, it's the song. Yeah,
I know, anyway. But we got professional songwriters and audio.
Yes. Brought to you by yours truly. No, that's fair enough. So
we have memes.
We have memes.
We have memes.
I'm not the hero the world wants, and I'm not the hero the world needs.
No. I feel like this is like the pilot episode we're doing, but it's 74 episodes later, or 75.
So here's the thing that kind of I find painful about that whole thing. I have not gone back and listened to our first 10 episodes and all that.
I haven't. I'll choose not to.
I skip them, which makes me worried because they're sitting on Spotify. When people go and click on episodes of a podcast, don't they go to the first? I usually go to the first episode and start listening there.
It depends what you do though, because like on Apple Podcasts, you can decide how you want to view them. Like if you want to go newest to latest, or newest to oldest, or most, or
I suppose, but like generally thinking, like my thought process is I want to hear the latest one, but then depending on what kind of podcast it is, I'll go back to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like Critical Role, for example, the D&D podcast one I listen to. Like you don't listen to it backwards. You listen to like the first episode and then the second and the third. You listen to it in chronological order because it's telling a story.
Mm. Yes, that makes sense.
And it's kind of frustrating because I did that. I went to the very start and I was like, oh, they're in campaign 2 because campaign 1 isn't on Spotify and they're like 10 episodes in.
Okay. Bummer dude.
Which is actually kind of a good thing because around episode 20, that's when a character dies.
Good times.
And these characters don't come back. The person playing the character comes back, but they have a new character.
Oh, well, I mean, take the good with the bad. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it, yeah. But it's better than every character dying, I'll tell you that.
Mm. Can I start off our highlights, please?
Sure. No.
Please, Mum.
No.
Mum, please.
No.
Mummy,
No.
please. Mum. Mum.
Jackson.
Mom.
Jackson.
Well, I'm glad he's over there.
Jackson.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell
Let me tell you. So go on.
Yeah, you may continue. No,
Okay,
give your
sure.
highlights. I'll say
My
thing
highlights are very straightforward. So my wife this is just an appreciation towards my wife. Not only making beautiful dinners as per usual, but the other day I asked for her to buy some nice socks and
I
some
find that hard
nice
to
winter
believe.
warm socks and a nice new jumper. And today I'm wearing a nice not warm jumper and as well these big sock
Muck?
big
Muck?
yes
Muck.
the mucklucks.
Sounds like something you should eat.
Yes, it sounds like the Pokemon.
No, I guess. But no, what are those shoes that people have where you combine a bunch of different things?
Crocs?
Potlocks.
Oh,
Pocklocks.
Oh, okay.
Pocklock. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm wearing
that's-
they're amazing. So my wife went and bought them for me.
Oh,
And
that's
so good.
That's sad, but all right.
I'm so snug as a bug, man.
Mm.
Snug as a bug. Because I have to
That's
admit,
fair
the cold nights lately have been testing my socks, and because I haven't got any real thick socks, all my socks I have basically really thin or ankle socks, and they don't do a good job.
You had some of my old socks, didn't you? That were thick. Didn't we give you some thick
I gave
socks?
them back to you
Why?
because they were work socks. They were work socks.
And they were perfect. There was nothing wrong with them. They were what was it? They were too small for me, weren't
This
they?
is stupid, though. This is my reasoning. Is I don't like my feet getting sweaty at work.
Don't wear them at work then.
Well, yeah, and I didn't like
I don't know
wearing
if you know this, Jackson, but so socks they're amazing, right? So you can wear them on your feet. You can wear them on your feet at any point in time.
Yes.
And the beautiful thing about work socks is you can wear them at work, right? But you can also not wear them at work.
Yes.
You can wear them at different points.
Yes, I know. But I just didn't like the feel of them.
Do you see these shoes, Jackson? These are work boots.
Why are you wearing them at this time of day?
Because I like wearing these boots at home. These are my home work boots. Let me take this one off and show you.
For those wondering,
These
we're
are my
recording at 3
home
a.m.
work boots. That's right. They're also my home work boots because I didn't realize these ones didn't have steel caps, so I don't want to wear them at work because I'm too used to dropping stuff on my toes.
Yeah, no, you kind of want to protect your toes.
That's right. But they're great for gardening.
Fair
but they're
enough.
actually my indoor work boots because they keep my feet warm and they're comfy and they're slip-ons.
I see. Well, that's
But
understandable.
my point being, Jackson, you don't have to wear work stuff at work.
I mean, I know.
But that's okay. I've got some more work socks for you that,
No, I don't want them.
that are nice and soft that I've only worn once
I don't need them.
because they're too small for me. Because I swear I grabbed like the 11s to 14s, which should have fit me perfectly or been a little bit big, if anything. But these ones were like barely fit. So I don't know what's going on. I grabbed two pairs, or two sets, I should say, of four.
Okay.
And one pair were fine and the other pair weren't so fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
You know, another thing you can also do, you can wear headphones over your head without your hoodie on.
No, I like this trend. I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah, well, you can keep that trend to yourself.
It's like, why would you wear your headphones over your hair?
I'm not wearing my headphones over my hair, in case you're wondering.
Okay, good. Just
See,
checking.
have a look.
Yes, I can see that. Yes.
But
Oh, good,
I don't know
oh,
if you
good.
know this, Jackson, but you can wear headphones over your head and not cover your hair.
I've got an answer for my previous self where we were doing the.
no.
Do you remember the ad where we did the advertisement? One of the many advertising ads we did, and we're talking about the Arabica beans. Like it was like I think it was Shell's Express, the Coles Express or petrol stations, where they're like, our coffee is made from 100% Arabica beans.
Yeah,
And then
sort of, I can remember.
and you asked me whatever they even come from, and I said they're made in Arabica.
Yes, I remember that. And I remember like punching something or going.
And
I
then
don't
you-
know. I just.
and then you're like,
you
it's
know
like
what? This was my reaction.
Oh no.
And then you were like, where do you think they grow Coca-Cola? Or what do you think Coca-Cola is? And you said it's cola made from Coke or whatever.
Yes. Do you think Coca-Cola is cola made from Coke? I remember. Yes.
Arabica beet coffee is grown in Ethiopia, India, Guatemala, and Colombia and Brazil. So there you go, previous
see.
Jackson. Which makes no sense because previous Jackson wouldn't have heard that at all. But I've answered the question for him so he can be happy. So shut up. Yeah. Give us 1-star review, please. of the show.
It's the only okay I've got.
Fair enough. So yes, that's just want to answer that question for myself.
I see.
What's your highlights? You got any highlights besides highlights?
Oh, that's a tough question. My highlight of the week would be, well, if I were to pick something, defeating all the blights in Legend of Zelda and being up to Ganon, basically.
And whatever Courtney said.
Definitely definitely not trying to install a baby car seat and finishing work and taking parental leave. No, the most important thing is Legend of Zelda and getting OP equipment in the game. But you know what I'm disappointed with about this game, right?
What's that?
I wanted to get like a cool piece of armor that lets basically monsters won't attack you when you're wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and it is Majora's Mask. You get to wear the mask. Turns out it's DLC gear.
Ah, you wanted that, okay.
And I was sitting there going, I know where it is, but I don't have the DLC, so it's not there. And I was like, that's kind of a bit disappointing. How much is the DLC? The DLC is like $30.
Still, wow.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. Like, and it turns out there's a few other gear that's DLC as well. But and one of them turns out to be the best armor in the game, ironically. So I was like, oh yeah, I can go to Ganon's castle and get this really good armor. Nah, can't do that now.
No DLC.
Buy the DLC. Can't get it. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess I'll settle for Guardian equipment and Barbarian helmet and that, which is what I've got.
Fair enough.
Yep. So that's my highlight of the week, being too stingy to buy DLC for a game that I've almost finished.
Oh, so you haven't finished it yet. Okay, cool.
I haven't been. Well, I want to unlock all the memories first. I want to get all of Link's memories.
The 1000% essentially.
And I'm tempted to just look at a map and find out where all the areas are, but they give you hints at certain places. When you go to the stables, all the stables that are spread around, you can find this traveling artist guy who you can show the photos of the memories, and he'll give you a brief. He'll say, "Oh, that looks like it's close to this area here," and so you can kind of guess.
This is an obscure highlight, real quickly. Our father-in-law joining the messenger group.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Courtney told me. Funny thing, Courtney told me that you can actually get make a messenger account without making a Facebook account.
Correct.
And I was like, I didn't know that. That's cool. I'm glad they made that a thing.
Yeah, because I can delete Facebook now.
You can delete Facebook now. I mean, if you want.
I just don't use it. The only thing I use it for is randomly. What was the last post? Let's go in my profile and see what my last post was.
And it's Jackson's profile time.
Okay, so my last. Okay, so I have posted some things.
Now it's time for what's the deal with Jackson's Facebook?
My last post was June 14. The one before that was 4th of May.
Wow, that's a lot.
And the one before that was 5th of January.
Wow, I'm impressed. All this year?
Yes.
Oh, wow, Jackson, you use Facebook a lot.
However, well, I mean, not really. So
I'm not joking.
Before the baby number 2, my previous post was 2nd November 2023.
Yeah, so that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so last year I posted how many things? Let's see. So last year was 1, 2, 3, 4. Four times I posted on Facebook last year. That's impressive.
Okay, so you know what I find interesting, right? So when Facebook was still when people were still our generation was still in high school and still using it a lot more. Do you think did you use Facebook that much to begin with? I didn't use it that much as in high school as well. I barely used it in high school. I used it a little bit, but not that much. I posted a couple of photos here and there of
Do you
stuff.
remember, I don't know if you remember this, but on your phones, back in the day before just on the verge of smartphones, there was 0.facebook.com. So if you had Telstra, you used 0.facebook in the URL and it was free Facebook.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I think maybe I did. I can't remember. It's been so long. But here's the thing that's confusing for me, right? So are other people using other social medias more, or is they just not being used that much in general?
I don't know. I'm really because like the thing with Facebook I see is like it's more catered towards the older generations. Like that's the only thing I can think of. But
Well,
I don't know. I don't really.
I don't
know,
even
'cause-
think it's catered to older generations or younger generations. Like it's not that people aren't posting stuff on Facebook and whatnot and using like Instagram and TikTok. It's that people don't want to post stuff on there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, and you know what I just realized too. It's more organizations and businesses posting because like all you
That
see
is
like
true, yes.
if you go to your homepage, a lot of it is companies, organizations, random bits of like newspapers or news outlets.
Like,
it's just
Does
ads
Facebook own Instagram, or does Meta own Instagram?
Yeah,
They
Meta
do, don't
kind
they?
of. Yeah, Meta kind of does.
Yeah, because Courtney uses Facebook pretty much for TikTok shorts and all that, and that's because she doesn't. And that's because she doesn't want to make TikTok. She doesn't have a TikTok account, so she just uses Facebook for it.
Correct. Yeah, because all the stuff ends up on Facebook or Instagram. Like that's the thing. Like,
Anyway.
I think we've talked about this before. Like where like stuff you see on Instagram ends up on TikTok, and stuff that's on TikTok ends up on YouTube, and things that are on YouTube you end up being on Facebook, and it just goes round and round.
I get all of that, but like, how do I put it? How should I put it? What social media are the people on?
All of
we
them.
need to know what the people are on. Like, in all seriousness, I go on Instagram, and that's the one that's being used by my friends more than anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Like but my friends who are using it, who do post stuff, it's mostly just people I know who go to gym, for example, or have their own business. Like Phil posts a lot of his business stuff going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And any post that he usually does on there is to do with his business. Sometimes it's his family stuff, but there's not very much being posted or spoken about or anything. Like, I don't have that many people on Instagram as well, but I feel like all the people I know or I've met in the past or went to school with, for example, even if they had Instagram accounts, they would be too busy to post on them. Like, they'd be better off doing other things.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just scrolling through Facebook myself just to get some idea what's going on here. There is a post from an organization called Code for Fun, Sydney Programming School, and it says, meet these three students. This student here, Jackson Henry, 18 years old. He's an ethical hacker.
Ethical hacker.
I mean, he was hired by the largest Australian cybersecurity firm, started coding during high school. The problem with this post is not only is this hacker he's fully found out his identity and his age, but now we know he works for a high security Australian security firm. So it's like, guys, his name is this. He lives here. He works here. Cap him with any caps.
Okay, I actually think I've figured it out, Jackson. I think yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I think I figured it out.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm not seeing posts by people I know on Facebook as much, right?
It's because you're on the
Is what you were saying about companies and all that and Facebook. Yep. There's so much crap being shoved there that I have to scroll through four or five random bullshit things.
Mm-hmm.
Or meme pages that I'm a part of, for example,
Yep.
and sponsored ads by some company. I have to scroll through like 5 or 6 just to get to one post by one random person I went to high school with.
Yeah, this is the thing too, because on the feeds thing. So if you press your feeds, recent feeds,
I'll give that
the most recent post from a person that I know was, it was.
What's your feeds?
10 hours ago. So the last post that someone even shared or made a post about was 10 hours ago. Other than that, all of them are just pages and groups that I know.
Feeds. Let's see. So top post up I've got here is Essendon Football Club. The kid can play, so obviously it's just some new kid who joined Essendon. Looks like he probably scored a goal. Notice board for the play area I live. Another post by the notice board. A third post by the notice board. Another. Another Essendon fling. Another. Oh my goodness! It's just this one. It's the notice board for the area I live in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, disapproving cats. Disapproving cats again. Notice board. My half brother, who is my half brother again. He's the only one who posts. He's one of the only people I know who posts stuff. These were all within an hour ago. Half brother, notice board. Aussie as notice board. Essendon Football Club. Oh, yeah, someone from high school shared a memory.
Oh, how touching!
It's a BuzzFeed video. The Emperor's New Groove is so underrated.
Do you want a live update?
I don't know about that. Sure.
Live update. Essendon, 11 goals, 12, 78 to Collingwood, 8 goals, 7, 55. It looks like Collingwood might lose to Essendon. Or in your case, Essendon might beat Collingwood, which is your team.
Yeah.
So, woo!
Correct. Woohoo!
Woo, go
Are you
Essendon.
seeing this, Courtney? Look at this. It's nothing but...
Yeah, which is why I said delete Facebook.
I mean, I kind of want to keep track of what's going on the notice board, though. Sometimes there's something interesting on it.
Yes, like this random clip of Family Guy.
No. It's usually something that's happening. There's a few posts about McGregor Road.
Or like this Cadbury Dairy
Cardinia
Milk
Road.
ad for the new mud cake flavoured chocolate.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and kill myself. Goodbye,
So
friends.
that's the drawing report, Cartman. You can't stand mud cake chocolate flavoured chocolate.
I'm sorry, Jackson, and I'm sorry, Courtney. There's two people talking to me at once, and I can't
whose
hear
fault's
either
that?
of you. But the audience will be able to hear everyone, so that's the most important thing. What was that, Courtney? What did you say?
I was listing this posted on the notice board.
Okay, well, you shouldn't do that because.
It's why is the helicopter circling?
Oh,
And
yes.
who
Why
ran
is the
into my
helicopter?
car?
Who ran
And
into my car?
Who stole my bins? And there's a dead cat on this street.
And can someone give me a job, please?
Yes.
Or I've started this business. I'm started this gardening business. We're looking for some clients.
Exactly. Really informative stuff that you need to be on top of.
Yeah, that's right. I've started a pressure washing business.
It's
I'm
called
not
high pressure.
joking. There's someone posted I've started a pressure washing business. There was this guy who posted about how his pressure washing business was doing well and thank you everyone for helping out. And he starts off the post talking about how he's got ADHD. And it's been nice. It's been nice to like start his own business and sort of have control of that sort of thing. And all I can think of, is just, God bless your heart. You have ADHD, you poor thing.
He doesn't know he has ADHD. Me realizing when I had ADHD. I'm going to switch to politics, but in a light-hearted manner because.
Well, the only politics going on at the moment besides the French politics is the American politics.
You forget the British; they just had the election.
Did they? Oh.
Yes, and captured. Now, I think.
Yep.
This clip I'm about to play, I think, may have been clipped out of context because that's what I found it on was an out of context thing. But it's a visual
everything's
thing.
out of context now.
Yes, but I want you to listen to this full clip. No interruptions.
That's the most important thing of all, winning the trust of people that have put their trust in us, many of them for the first time, and Boris will have my full support as he does that.
Well, I don't know why he's talking to a tree.
You didn't hear that, didn't you?
I heard the whole thing. I just didn't hear much of it. What?
Okay. So for those who somehow didn't listen to that, basically it's a form of promise to thanking people for voting his party.
Thank you for voting to the tree.
No, because in this clip, the guy is talking to the interviewee who's hiding behind a tree. And so that's the video. And then it cuts to the guy at the desk and the guy's like, well, I don't know why he's talking to a tree.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, that's so British. But yes, the Labour Party in the UK won the majority votes for the first time in 15 years, I guess.
Oh, really? That's surprising.
Because then bloody Conservatives have been in power for 13 or 15 of those years. So good on you, Labour. You're winning not only in Australia, but you're winning in the UK. Well done.
Are they winning in Australia, are they?
Well, I mean, Labour's
Are they in
power
charge at the moment?
Yes.
It's kind of funny how everyone acts like they care about politics when the voting's on, but then afterwards, everyone's like, "Wait a minute, who's in charge again?"
But then it's our
That's how
friend-
much. That's how much it's not that it doesn't matter, but that's how much it. That's how much the two parties are basically like just as bad as each other. As we don't even know who's in charge at that point.
Yeah, because the funny thing is too, we have a mutual
A
friend.
liberal government.
We have a mutual friend, Isabel, who just as soon as you mention anyone who's political, straight into this about why this person's bad, why that person's bad, don't vote for this person. So, yeah.
I'm going to Poland to get my teeth done
Well,
because it's cheaper over there to go over there and do it than it is here.
and here's a 4-minute audio clip of me explaining
It's a
every
4-minute
possible detail about why I should be doing it in Poland as opposed to Bali and or Thailand and this scam of the private health insurance is.
Wait, scam of private health insurance.
Oh, she said
pretty
private
sure
health
if she
insurance is a scam or something like
I'm
that.
pretty sure if she had private health insurance, she wouldn't have to pay for the dental.
Well, no, paying for private health insurance is a scam. But this is her views, not mine.
I suppose
Also,
the
sorry.
only reason paying for private health insurance in Australia is a scam is because that's how good our public system is.
Yes.
Our public system is that good that people are sitting there going, "Why would I pay for private when public is almost as good?"
That's right. What was the point I was going to make? Shit, there was a point I was going to make. I've lost my point. Where did it go? Yeah, there it went. My point, come back. Oh, that's right. She said something about, oh yeah, if you listen to it, what was the code word? Oh, I don't know.
What code
Dolphin.
word? What?
Use code word dolphin for 10% off.
On what?
Because, I don't know.
Are you talking about the thing that I shared or...
No, for what she said yesterday. Because she said a voice clip, right? And she's like, oh, if you listen to it, what was the code word? And then we just mumbled up like a bunch of random words that didn't make sense.
Oh, listen to her thing.
Yes.
Her video.
Like remember how I said this could have been an email?
Yes.
It was that bit.
Did you like my reply?
Yes, it was a good reply.
Good time. I gotta go, but wow, this group chat is very long. Where was it? You guys in your bloody messenger. Oh my goodness, it's still there. We go. Well, I finally found where I last said something, and it was about Courtney's new car.
Yes.
Oh, she was not happy seeing that other car in front of our driveway that
That
looked
was
exactly
hilarious.
like her old car.
How tasteful.
She saw it and I went, Troy, check it out. My car's in front of our house. I'm like, what? And I saw the car and I was like, oh, yeah, it is your old car.
Amazing.
And and I'm like, that's kind of, I'm sorry to see that.
Am I though? Yes, I guess so.
Yes, well, the new car hasn't been cleaned very thoroughly, so we'll have to do a bit of that tomorrow.
Did they
maybe.
not? Okay.
They say they cleaned it, but honestly, it didn't look like it had been washed. It wasn't very dirty. I mean, it's a white car, so it's pretty easy to see dirt on it. But some of the stuff that I saw, I was like, it looks like it hasn't been washed. It looks like it had dirt on it from like a dusty road, for example.
Oh, okay.
Like driving down a dusty road, a little bit of dirt. So I was looking at it like this should have been washed off. Like, there's no way Courtney got this in the last 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably just cleaned the inside and then rinsed it with the hose over the top, maybe. And considering they got the car one day, Courtney put the deposit down the second day, and then 2 or 3 days later, she was able to pick up the car. Like, it was a very quick turnaround process. Almost too quick.
Something's fishy about this.
But according to them, they serviced it, so...
Wow. Well, I guess that's the main thing. Like a bit of...
The main thing is
dirt
it
on
got
the
a
outside.
roadworthy and it got serviced, so...
Yeah, that's the main thing.
And we've got the warranty, so if something does go wrong, they can't turn around and say, oh, it was the previous owners or previous drivers. We can go, well, you guys warranted it for issues like this.
You want to know something funny else I was listening back to? So I was listening to an episode of Go, My Favourite Sports Team. And
you just reminded me, but continue.
we reported on that stupid hot dog eating competition before they did.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
So we
Did they
are
report
officially
on that recently or something?
in one of their recent episodes? Yeah, even though we talked about it a month ago, probably.
Probably yes. So that you Jackson, that segue was perfect.
Segue was perfection.
Perfection. That's the one. No. But in all seriousness, I was listening to an episode of Distractable, and it was one of the latest ones, I think. And I was kind of like, I had a moment there where I was like, wow, I think our podcast might actually be better than theirs, or at least on par. Like it's gotten that bad that I'm sitting there going, you know what? I'd rather listen to Jackson and myself talk crap. Or just have a general conversation.
I'm just trying to remember what the last episode was about.
Exactly.
Because they talk random nonsense all the time, and it's just like, what's the point?
So I didn't even know this was a. When I was listening to the episode, I thought it was an older one, because when I went to click to see what it wasn't there.
I just remembered part of it now. Not the full episode, but Mark's small talk was his solar system in the house was built wrong, essentially.
Yes, correct. This was
so
the one
funny
where he said the batteries weren't charging up properly.
No, they weren't charging up because they weren't being used.
They weren't being used and all that.
And
yes,
they were
correct.
saving power to the batteries, and the batteries would load, put it back into the grid.
The batteries wouldn't switch on. They wouldn't use any power.
Yes.
And then the guy's like, the whole system needs to be pulled out.
Which
and
is
he can't log on because the former owners didn't give him the password. I'm sitting there going, what are you talking about? You don't need to ask for the password from the former owners. You don't need just find the company that installed it or
Rich
something.
People, am I right?
Oh my goodness. Like, look at the brand. Call up the people who created the brand. This is very, like, I'm sitting there going, what the heck are they talking about? How can you... Yeah, whole system's got to be pulled out because the batteries aren't working properly.
Nah, mate, just go get a mop. Mop the solar panels.
Just mop the solar panels. I forgot about that. That's so funny. Imagine being on your roof. I probably should clean my solar panels because the cats keep walking on them.
They do?
But, yeah, they do. Well, actually, they don't. They crawl underneath them.
That's fun. How did they even get on the roof? I guess they jump from the fence. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And imagine being on your roof scrubbing your solar panels like, that'll give me some power. Now they can't charge me.
There's no way this won't work.
How long do you live in a house and with solar with what was it, 40-something solar panels or something?
Something stupid.
Over 40 solar panels. How long do you live in a house like that and you go, I got an electric bill today. That's weird. I got batteries and I have solar panels.
And actually, I think the end result, he said the only power that is connected to the batteries is like 3 power ports in the garage.
Correct. And then they said you should run everything off those.
Yeah, that would overload.
That just means doesn't that just mean they have to rewire the house rewire the house into the batteries?
Although I think what happens, they need to rewire, set up the switches, like the isolate switches, and where that so when you bypass the mains, where that bypass goes into, as opposed to
Yeah, but why would you need to pull out the whole system? That doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's just to rewire and everything, like rerun everything. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
because the way it sounds like,
yeah.
Because the way it sounds like, for some reason, when they installed it, they only ran it to the stuff in the GPUs in the garage. The only reason why maybe in the garage was because there was medical fridges in there. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, that's what they joked about, wasn't it? That they had a fridge in there.
Yeah,
the guy said, "Don't run a fridge from them."
Yeah, don't run another fridge.
Don't run another fridge. That's
I think. Yeah, don't run another fridge because I believe that's the only reason why I can think of why there would have been only the GPUs in the garage.
And that's why
running.
That would make sense in the sense that if the power goes out, like the grid's power, you still have power running towards the fridges. So if you were trying to do something like invert, what's it called? FFV or whatever it's called, FRV, inverter fiddle. When you try to get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And and you need to take all these special drugs and that and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not even just that though. Like, it's like when you get a bit older, like when I go to aged cares, they've got drug fridges. So like, there's all types of medicines and stuff that need to be at a cold temperature.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah, but I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah,
'Cause
the
that's
only
what,
reason why though I can think of.
Because Courtney house sat for some people one time, and
Hey Daisy.
and at some point they like the power, not when she was house sitting, but they told her about how they had special like medicines in their fridge, and their power went out one time, and they lost like $5,000 worth of stuff to help them have a kid.
Yeah, because
because they didn't have their fridge up to a backup system or generator or anything.
yeah, because what's their names? You know, our mother-in-law's sister, Johnny. Johnny Thorburn. You know Johnny.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got the same setup. He had a solar installed, so he can run his fridges all the time.
Well, he needs it.
Yeah.
Same difference. Yeah.
So that's.
But
I mean, again, that wasn't just for GPUs in the garage, but like that's the location where the fridges were. So that's.
But that's the episode, right? And ironically, I think this is the phone's telling me that it's not set it, or but I'm thinking to myself like what else did they talk about? I can't remember.
They may be distractible, but they're forgettable.
Oh, that's right. It was at his mum's house or something.
No, that was one before.
That was the one before when it was at his mum's house.
Because they did 2 or 3 when they were back to they all was Cincinnati.
All together, yeah. Okay, that makes sense because I was listening to I think I listened to one ahead of the other. I think I listened to the latest one, then I went back.
This is the point. No, quickly, can I intervene? Because this is the whole point. Like, that kind of content that they did when they all went to Cincinnati, that stuff should not be on Spotify. That stuff should be vlogs on YouTube. Like, this is the bullshit thing where Spotify is like, oh, we're going to steal the content creators and make people come over to Spotify. And then when they come to Spotify, we'll advertise Spotify Premium and, you know.
No, but the whole thing shouldn't have been made into episodes at all. He's just, the whole time Mark's yelling at his mum to, when's lunch ready?
Although there's one thing I want to bring up. If you had able money, what would you invest? Would you invest in the theatre? Would you invest in an amusement park? Or would you invest in something else?
In something else. Amusement park or a theatre? I wouldn't invest in a theatre.
Okay.
Maybe an amusement park, but I don't know about that. I read an article about some on Facebook, I think it was, on Courtney's phone, about some guy like spent $51 million on an amusement park for his disabled son or something, and made it free for people with disabilities.
That's good.
So it's and it's a nice story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. It probably is, but like it's a Facebook news article, so.
Yeah.
But the thing that I found funny is the image they used is like a person in a wheelchair and a support worker behind them, right? And the support worker's holding the wheelchair and like leaning it back because water's shooting from like a pipe and splashing the kid his chest and that. So she's making sure it doesn't like just cover his face and he drowns in it. She's sort of like rocking it. But when you look at the image at first glance, it looks like she's ripping him like.
Come back here.
Like, and the kid's going, ah! But you look closer, she hasn't got her hand on him. She's got her hand on the chair, and she's clearly holding it in place.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I would invest in a sports stadium, specifically a rectangular sports stadium.
That's not a bad idea. That certainly makes money. You get your money back eventually.
Yeah. And you could, like, upgrade it and stuff. Like, if you build it perfect the first time, then you'd have to upgrade it. But, like, yeah. Nice stadiums.
But the question I have to ask is this you've got like not an unlimited amount of money, but you've got a lot of money?
Yeah.
So you've got enough where that if you were to buy this thing, it wouldn't really be much of a risk.
No, because like the thing with the sports stadiums that it's not 100% guarantee you'd make money, but like there's if it was good enough that there'd be certain teams with profiles that want to go there and play.
Fair enough. That's exactly really.
Now, Smokey.
Now, yeah, that's right. She's learnt the mouse on the computer screen, so she'll follow the mouse around.
Was that from the thing yesterday? Or was that Daisy or Smokey that was on the computer screen? Because
that was Smokey.
Okay, Courtney videoed that.
That was Smokey.
Yeah, I could see that was Smokey. Yes, I can tell the black tail.
No, I mean like the other day it was Smokey.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, what would I invest in? Probably a hospital.
A hospital.
I'd invest money in a hospital.
Any reason why?
I reckon you could make quite a bit of money from a hospital.
Especially if you're private, actually. Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm. If you make it private, yeah. But let me make it clear. I'd make it so that obviously I'd try to make money off it, but I wouldn't cut corners when it comes to medical stuff and all that jazz, because that's how lawsuits happen.
Yep. And that's actually a good point too, because like who knows what happens on in private, like.
But I'll tell you what, there'd be heaps of drink machines, so people would have to pay for drinking. It'd have a bar for people who needed it.
Oh gosh, because like that's the thing too with private healthcare stuff. Like so for example, like when you have like private hospitals, that same company also have schools, and so like there's like this sort of umbrella of organizations under this one privatization company, whatever.
But
so,
I reckon one of the best investments you'd go with would be a mining company or mining investment or something. Well, you need invest in something that can't go wrong, but like it's like you always need, for example.
Yeah, no risk type.
Yeah. Like I'd even invest in farmland if because the thing about the thing about farmland is like if you have the right people running it, you can make a bit of money off it as well, and you've still got the land.
I was just gonna say too though, because like if you have a farmland, but then you sell it to land developers.
That's also a good move. I'd buy farmland further out and keep it for a couple of years.
Yes.
Maybe use it as a haymaking business.
Yeah, or something.
And then when the developers come around and go, oh, we want to build out in Nanagoon, wherever that is, which they are now building in.
Oh gosh. Imagine living in Nanagoon. What a place! Like this is like the thing with Nanagoon is that imagine writing that on your address all the time.
No, the place to live is Nanagoon North. That's the place to live.
AKA Pakenham East.
Yeah, basically. I thought it was.
Smokey! Smokey did the perfect thing where Smokey was like...
She's looking at you right now.
I know.
Yeah, the cat's quite photogenic.
Smokey's, do I look good? Father, make me look good, father. It's so funny.
I swear the cat knows. I swear the cat knew. The cat looked at the camera and then looked at you. Like it knew you were watching. And now she's looking at you laugh.
Daisy's I'm out here. Daisy's out.
I want you to see this. I want you to... No, don't look.
Father, what are you doing, father?
Okay, move your arms, move your hands around. Oh, she's looking at she's looking at the camera cord now.
Oh no, that's not good. You want to make sure you're still rolling because she may press the button, or is the keyboard safe?
It's not safe, but it's. I think it's worse now, actually. But she's looking at it now. It's got her attention.
Just saw the eyes.
Right as I went to point at her, looking at the keyboard, she looked up at the camera. Get out of here, cat.
That's so funny. That's definitely one for the YouTube.
Stop looking at the camera.
Gotta love a live pet involvement.
Jackson, I've got the perfect timing for this. This is I wish we had more viewers, but you ready?
You.
All right, you gotta put this one. You gotta put this one on YouTube now. After that was brilliant.
Probably, yeah. I feel like if you had Metal Gear Solid music, that would have been the perfect music clip for that.
No, anyway, don't. Sorry, the cat's focusing on the mouse, but I thought she was put her paw out on the keyboard.
You do have the able power of just able to pick up the cat and go.
What the heck? Ow!
Your smoke alarm battery's gone flat. That's all happening. This episode really has it all. Amazing. That's amazing. Not only do we have live animal involvement, but we also have a smoke alarm trying to get on the action.
No, turn off the heater. This I got to check to see. This one might have a carbon monoxide thing.
Oh, yeah. They can have that. They can do that, yeah.
Because we haven't gotten it tested in a while, actually, the thing. That wasn't a battery one, I don't think. That makes me slightly concerned about carbon monoxide.
Carbon dioxide. I mean, monoxide.
But night, what has this got? Use only special batteries. Why would this one go off except not the other one? Use different batteries may cause due to effect on operating. Yep. Replace battery. Courtney, I got to make sure our house we haven't got carbon monoxide coming in from like. Open a door or two.
Or 3
I'm not
or
even.
4.
I'm not even joking because we
I
haven't
know.
gotten our heater tested in a while since we moved in. Give me a minute.
Well, we've had it all. We've had cat involvements. We've had smoke alarms.
I can't believe this went off. I wonder why. That was out of nowhere too.
In a world where the carbon dioxide is trying to group up,
I'll be back
one
in a minute.
man,
Hold on. Yeah.
one smoke alarm, one giant leap for mankind.
Courtney.
We'll be right back after this break.
Did you hear this thing go off again?
Yeah, not again, no.
Okay, because literally just as I was walking back here, I heard this thing go tick tick tick, and you know the thing that concerns me about that, the battery's in my hand here.
Oh, that's great. That's what you want.
And it feels like it tastes pretty charged, to be honest. It's definitely charged.
I mean, if you want to find a way, definitely licking it is definitely the optional way.
I'm not going to change it just yet. We'll see if it goes off again. That's weird. And concerning.
But mostly weird. That reminds me of that stupid Call Me Kevin crappy pasta. His uncle died that day. That was weird.
I got Courtney to turn off the heater just in case, but
yes, that's fair.
But she actually doesn't know if we've got a carbon monoxide one or not, which isn't very good.
It's an older house. I don't think it would.
Yeah, that's what concerns me a little bit. I really don't want to just kind of fall asleep and die. But Jackson, if during the podcast I suddenly
that's right, I'll come wake you up in the head.
Then call an ambulance.
Oh, don't come. Again, that makes more sense.
Yeah, don't come and get me. Call an ambulance, then come and get me, all right? They'll probably get there first.
Don't worry about calling. Just come to me first.
I'm half expecting that thing to go off again.
Even though it's in your hand.
It's not. I plugged it back
you put it
in
back.
and put
Oh,
it back
okay,
up
sorry.
there.
Okay. Yes, well, Destiny's in your hands. And the smoke alarm.
But I suppose it didn't go off like a normal smoke alarm. Like it went off in the, power sort of way.
Yeah, that was a different one, yeah.
Yeah, because usually they go beep, 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 beep.
Correct,
Like they
correct.
keep going. So
Correct.
maybe it's just low on power. We'll find out in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't had my smoke alarms go off yet. So if everyone listening, go check your smoke alarms. Because they might just save your life.
Yep. Everyone check your
Power-ups.
smoke alarms.
And it's gone. Just like
Just like the other day. Well, I mean, I don't want to close up the episode, but I think that's about it. Unless there was anything else you want to talk about.
Not
You don't
really. Just
moan about-
basically, I was just trying to say about how it's kind of weird because I feel like after listening to the Distractable episode where they were at Mark's place and they were talking about whatever stuff, I was sitting there going, you know what? I think our podcast has somehow caught up to theirs. We just don't have any star status.
I mean, that's the thing, though, too, because their episode's twice a week, and I think that's the issue they have. Episode was... Wait, what? The last one was Best of Times, Worst of Times.
Yeah, no, so
That
that's
wasn't
the thing
too bad an episode. That wasn't a bad episode, actually.
Yeah, well, they just released a new one.
Saving you money.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's right.
Well, to be fair, you know
I'll
it's funny
probably
actually
listen
because
to it.
Wade
and
hosted
enjoy
one where he wanted to remake the "We Didn't Start the Fire." He wanted to rewrite that song,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, we did that before. We did that with "Hello, Darkness, My Old Friends," where we rewrote the whole. Well, we wrote it in the opposites version.
We did the
form of-
opposite version of songs. Not
Means-
reverse songs.
And some bloke's house.
Take my new Porsche on the new highway, gonna drive like till I can't
What
no
was it?
more.
In tenement halls and some bloke's house.
That's right. Hello, light, my new friend. I've left
Anyway.
you once again.
Go listen to that episode called "Song Clippers," guys. That's the one we're referencing here. That train record of an awesome song, awesome episode.
Oh my goodness! Hey, look, you
Yes.
can't
Oh,
you
no,
can't make
before
an
we-
omelette without breaking
Oh
a
my
few
gosh!
eggs.
Before I forget, I almost forgot this.
Sorry,
this
your
is
reaction.
no. This is gonna blow your mind. My
Alright.
dad has been listening to our episodes,
Oh no!
and
Oh.
on top of that, him and his mates, aka his cousin and his younger brother, want to start a podcast.
After listening to us, look, boys, it's not very difficult. You just have to. You just have to have no shame.
No pride.
You have to have no. No, I don't
No
even know
ego.
about that. No. Oh, you gotta have all the ego. You gotta
Oh,
have
many-
nothing but ego.
Gotta have egg.
They listened to 1 or 2 episodes of our podcast and they were like, you know what? If these guys can do it,
You know what's funny? I shared my dad like one of the episodes that he should also listen to. I've got to find the message first, real quick.
funny episode, Jackson. Really liked the part
So-
where you said this.
Big moral. I showed him the big moral energy,
Oh, that's
episode.
right. Yes.
and at the 39-minute
That-
mark or 38-minute
Jackson,
mark,
That's the only way you can start a podcast with big moral energy.
yeah, definitely got to start with big moral energy, huge morals.
Mm-hmm.
There was a I don't know why he liked about it, but he liked this part about where we talked about the 4-liter milks in the US of A.
Oh, right. Yes.
Apparently, we discussed something about 4-liter milks.
Yeah, because they got those almost square
Oh, that's right.
containers.
Yes, and the reason why they have them so big is because they don't avoid freezing.
Is that actually why? Did we just say that?
No, I might have said that during the time.
I thought that was Canada, and
Canada.
why
Well-
it comes in like a plastic bag or something.
Possibly, yeah, maybe.
Pretty sure they come in plastic bags in Canada, and that might be why, because the bag can expand when they freeze.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably happens in some states in America too.
So shamefully, we've what's the word? Motivated or inspired someone else to create their own podcast.
That's how it all. That's pretty much
Because-
how. Welcome to content creation.
Because you know what? You know what's really lacking in Australia, and what we really need more is more podcasts. We Australians need more podcasts. There's more podcasters than the population of Australia.
You know what they need? You know what the world needs? More
What?
two
white men.
yes, no. Two white, middle-aged,
No, it's
between
three.
middle-aged and
The meta is 3.
the metro. That's why we're not popular. We don't have
Yes.
a proper third. If we had
Who has
Courtney,
glasses? Lachlan has glasses. Spencer has glasses.
we need a man. We need a boy with glasses.
Cole can wear glasses.
No, we need a young boy wearing glasses.
I'm so glad you added glasses at the end, because then you just sound like you said, we need a young boy.
If we were popular, people would take that out of context.
Thank goodness. It's all right, Troy. We know our target audience. Us. We're hard to miss. Easy
No,
to
but
please.
the world needs more middle-aged, not middle-aged, but what's the word I'm looking for here?
Young to middle-aged, maybe.
Young to young to middle-aged white men,
Men.
men making podcasts.
Get amongst it. If you're not a white, if you're a white man right now and you're not making podcasts, mate, you need to get on the podcast train. Because every Tom, Dick, and Harry, another area Tom, Dick, and Harry, another Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing it. Because it's literally
true.
Tom, 1, 2, Dick, 3. So, yeah, literally. It works out well.
Tom 1, 2, Dick 3.
Tom is one man, Dick is another man, and Harry is the third man. 3 people on
Yeah,
a
there was
podcast.
no Harry. There was just Tom 2, 1, 2, 3, Dick. That's what you said.
Oh, well. I probably did, actually. Okay. Oh, I should share it to you first before I mention it. But there's this British guy playing Call of Duty, and he's like, fellas, is it gay to kiss another guy? And then he's like, fellas, is it gay to be a man? Because essentially, you have a dick. Fellas! He's just going on this train.
As he
just
gets
shouting.
louder with fellas.
Yeah, and more stupidly stupid about being, yeah.
I just remembered something. So I was listening to a YouTube video, and I think it was 7 News or a current affair or something like that. And they were talking about, was it a current affair? No, it was. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't a current affair. It was a Isaac. Isaac Butterfield, I think his name is.
Yes.
The Australian guy who does those. Yeah, comedian.
Yes.
Oh, he's a bit of
He's
comedian.
weird.
Yeah. He is a bit weird. I'm not the biggest fan of his content, but he played a video where it was them talking about basically what is it? Not sexism in schools, but what's it called? The whole toxic
Cancel culture?
masculinity.
Oh,
They were talking about toxic masculinity in Australian schools and how these social media personalities are affecting our young boys and our young children, and they're making them and they brought up. I'm not gonna talk about the people who they brought up, because it just adds more. It just adds more to it just makes them more popular and more people will go see them and all that. But it was quite funny because the teacher was talking about how the boys had she had been driven from working as a teacher because some of the young boys, he said the first thing they started doing was they started making sexual noises in the school, and I started hearing sexual noises, moans in the classroom. So you got these teenage kids, and in the middle of class or something, they're like, or
Because I'm waiting till 11 o'clock.
Oh, someone's in
James will
trouble.
be fed at 11 o'clock. We're finishing up soon anyway, doesn't matter. You should see, she looks stoned as.
It's all blur, but I can tell just by the way the blur is standing in the hallway.
She's like, ugh.
Maybe you should look up. Maybe you should do what she wants, Jackson.
Love you, honey.
Okay, I'll stop now.
Huh? I didn't put the knob on the pot. Oh, yeah. Try to put the knob back on the pot lid.
We'll put the knob. Well, then you
This is
better
very
put the knob.
important.
Is that a euphemism?
You're making Santa's milk now.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
And you know what your role is?
What?
To not give it to Jaden.
What would I give her? Okay.
You might think
And it's gone! This line's for people who have money with the bank only. Please step aside.
Okay.
What should you not do to little?
Give it to Jane.
Yes.
That was a good time, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that.
What? No, I won't do that. I won't give it to Jane. I'll give it to Scott.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Troy's going killing again, I'm sorry. It's very out of context stuff that you're playing here.
I'm
She's sitting
sorry.
like, what am I doing?
She's not happy with you, I can tell. Stop laughing
Well,
at
why don't I
everything I
shut
do.
No, you go.
Oh, but that gap's invalid.
No, that light puts the light in my bath.
No, that's not my light. That's someone else's light.
No, it goes there. Around there.
I think it's quicker.
Troy had a smoke alarm go off on him just before. It was very fun.
Oh,
And he
yeah,
was
that's what you
anxious as
want.
heck.
It's making flashing noise.
Can I
My
talk to you
hands are
about
going
Isaac
numb.
Battlefield, Troy, real quick?
Butterfield, whatever his
Yes.
name is.
So on his YouTube, he says, stand up, popular videos, woke TikTok reactions,
Yep. That's one of his popular ones. That's
and
probably
devil's advocate.
it was one of his videos
Really?
like where he played the clips.
You should just say if you want to know it.
Okay.
But the thing,
Yeah.
this genuinely has me a little bit worried, right? Because he played on his videos. He played these clips from a current affair or Channel 7, and yeah, the school teacher's like, I first noticed the boys making moan noises. So,
But like, you know what's dumb though? Quickly, two things. One,
Yeah,
Isaac Battlefield should be in podcasting because he's the perfect middle-aged man for it. And two,
that's true.
when I was into high school, like early mid to high school, boys were doing that in the toilets at the troughs.
Exactly.
Like they were-
But here's the funny thing. So, did you guys ever play the penis game?
No,
Okay,
is that
so
where you basically doing?
you just yell penis.
Oh,
You're just in the
yes.
middle of
So
classroom.
You can say it quietly, and then you gotta say
Yeah,
it
and
loud.
you
Yeah,
slowly.
yeah, yeah.
He says the first guy says it quiet. I think it was called like that's what we called it, the penis
Call it
game
chicken.
or something. Yeah, it was basically chicken. But yeah, you yell pen. You know, one guy go penis, and the other guy go penis,
Yes.
and the
Yes,
third
I
guy.
did
And by
know
the
the
end of
game.
it, but the funny thing is, as soon as she said boys were making moaning noises, I was like, that kind of sounds like what we did with that, like say yelling penis, and I went to a pretty conservative Christian school, so
Yes, you did.
kids were doing that then, like in like these. So of course,
No
of
school
course,
was safe,
of,
to be honest,
of course, a
honestly.
public school gonna have boys making moaning sounds as a joke. And then
Imagine
the
what
next
it's
thing she
like-
said,
No, just quickly though. Imagine what's like an all boys school.
yeah, exactly. I don't know if she was from an all boys school. Get away, smoke. But and then she said, and then they started to intimidate me. And oh, what did they do? They started running at they'd run at me in the hallway and then turn at the last second. so you just all I can imagine is that whole thing with Markiplier jumping and punching. So
Oh, that's his video. Yeah.
they'd run and then turn.
Oh,
Is what I
yes.
imagine. But they were
dodging it.
physically intimidating me. I was physically intimidated by young boys. It was a tragedy. An absolute tragedy.
We lost a few good morals that day.
Oh, but and there was one other thing, but I can't remember what it was. There was another thing, and it was just also so ridiculous. It was one of those things where it's like I know people don't like the term "boys will be boys," but that is quite literally like
Literally what it
boys will
is.
be boys.
Unless they're trans. But no. Boys will be
Like,
boys.
Oh well. Oh, that's right. The other thing they said was what was it? It was Oh,
had
they
other news.
created a. That's right. They created this. This one is actually kind of. I can see a little bit like something needs to be said to the boys in this classroom or in this school or in this year
Boys.
level. I can kind
Boys.
of understand with this third one, which they made a list of like how attractive the girls were,
Mhm. Oh, and then
and one of the things on the list was unrapeable.
yes, that was that was surprising. Of all places, that was in Melbourne.
Was that in Melbourne? Was it? That makes
That was a
sense.
Melbourne school. Also,
Yeah.
do you know what else a Melbourne school did? A Melbourne
What?
school used fake AI to post naked photos of other girl students.
Ah, okay.
So
they
the
created
boys will be
AI
boys.
versions. Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
See, with those two things, with like taking a girl's face and putting it onto a AI generated
AI
body or
picture,
something,
yeah.
fake AI picture of them, like I can see that you might want to have to talk to those specific
Yeah.
boys or whoever did that, have a chat with them, and with the whole unrapeable on a list of how attractive girls are, that would also you could have a chat with them about that, but that's not a toxic. That's not a toxic culture, or that's not toxic. Like it is toxic masculinity, but it's not a toxic culture. It's more of a. It's more of you need to explain how
It's a
serious.
behavior. It's a behavior.
It's not even a behavior. It's a lack of understanding on that on the
okay.
concept.
Right.
Like get them
Makes sense.
honestly get them to watch a couple of episodes of SUV and then they'll understand. They'll be a bit more like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't have made that. Maybe we shouldn't have put that as like the worst possible thing on the list.
Yeah. Like the worst thing we did at school, well, it wasn't me, but like the other boys at my school, we made a teacher cry. That was one thing we did.
One thing that Isaac said that was very funny is that he goes, oh, you don't want to be on the unrapeable list. And then he went, oh, wait a minute, do you? Like he was like, do you want to be on that or not want to be on that?
The word "un" was at the front of that word.
Yeah, that is the most important part of the context of that. But it was just that split moment where you don't want to be on, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, because like I said, like the thing boys in my school did, my age, made teacher cry. That was the worst thing probably did.
That's one of the things that she said happened is that she cried from it. But that's what of course they're going to try and do that. Of course they're going to try and make the teacher cry. The teacher's the one with the authority. You make the teacher cry, then you've taken the authority away.
I think I found the title of this episode. Boys
Bloody
will be
monsters.
boys.
Teenagers are just monsters in general, both boys and girls. They're monsters. Kids, yeah. Believe me, I was one of them. But what I don't understand is how do these teachers not know this? Like, did they not know that, like,
Well,
they
I mean,
were
if they're female
teenagers
teachers,
once?
they probably wouldn't know so much, but...
Because when people are teenagers, like that's right before they learn in society that oh crap, I can't get away with some of this crap. I can't. This stuff won't work out. I remember my brother telling me right because I got into a fight in primary school, or I got in trouble basically. I kicked a kid in the nuts.
Good stuff.
He was driving me insane because this is a vivid memory because it was so satisfying because. We were playing a game. I apparently cheated or didn't play right or something. No. Him and his twin brother come up to me in the middle of playing the game after one of them's gotten upset. He's sooked and cried off. He's gone and gotten his brother, his twin brother, and they've come back and started having a go. Like, you shouldn't be playing. And I'm just trying. I don't care anymore. It was out of my mind. I was trying to play the game. They were getting in my way. So I was just like, can you guys just stop? Just over, it's done. Move on. And they kept going. So I jumped off the little seat I was standing on because the idea of the game is like you jump off the seat and run to try and catch the person or something. I don't know. But I jumped off the seat that was standing in front of me and just kicked one of them in the nuts as I was coming down.
Oh, savage.
So naturally, I got in trouble and sent to the principal's office, I think. I think it was one of the only times and because it was a bit more serious. Like,
but you're younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Schools.
Well, this was like year 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, very young.
that's...
But I remember my brother saying to me afterwards, I get home and he goes, "Oh, I heard you got in trouble in school for this, that, this," and I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "Well, have fun with it while you can." And he goes, "Because once you get to high school, and especially when you turn 16 or 18 or when you become an adult." You won't be able to get away with any of it.
Yeah,
you won't get into real trouble until. Like, you don't get into any real trouble until high school is what he said.
Yeah, that's when shit
I didn't really
real.
get in trouble much after that in general, but it was just kind of funny to hear that.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
But yeah,
Appreciate the words.
but it's not just teenage boys. Teenage girls can be like very ruthless towards each other, towards teachers, towards boys, etc. But they're more secretive and sinister about it. More yeah.
Yeah, boys will be boys.
Well, as the teenage boys are a bit more open when it comes to all that sort of stuff, and there's a lot more peer pressure stuff going on with girls and boys.
Well, that's true.
Well,
and then
a bit of both. Yeah. I'd say it's all about the same. But yes, anyway, my point is teenagers are monsters. You're all monsters if you're listening to this and you're a teenager. If you're under 16. Actually, no, if you're under 17, about 17, then you're a little monster. If you're over 12 and under 17, it's a very fine area.
To quote the gingerbread cookie from Shrek 2.
What, you can't catch me? You're a monster. That's how he says it. You're a monster. Run as fast as you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. You're a monster.
Which is you guys? Anyway, and on that note, I think we should wrap it up. We somehow managed to go past an hour and 10.
Nice. All right.
Impeccable.
All right, sweet.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and kill myself.
We should
Goodbye, friends.
word the kill.
Yeah, probably. Well, you can do that in post.
Yeah. There we go.
Wait, that's not the right one.
Technically? Even though you may have renamed it?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
This is Sparta!
Am I glad he's frozen in there and that we're out here?
I forgot about the karma crying in the background.
I just added that then.
See you next week. Bye. Bye. See ya.
I'm done.